Oh boy. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another episode of Dropping Dimes with Mr. Dugai. And today I'm going to talk about Texas coach Steve Sarkisian made some comments today ahead of their big matchup with Alabama and basically saying that this matchup does nothing for our season. They don't affect them in the SEC. It don't affect us in the Big 12. Before I get into this video, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, I'm gonna have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos, so feel free to DM me. And whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy. Also, if you're a Madden player on Xbox One, I'm gonna have my Xbox One gamer tag down in the description box also. Um, before I get into Texas and everything Stark said and how I feel about that, let me talk to my Alabama people right quick, man. I ain't talked to y'all in a little while, man. I know it's been a minute. But to all you Alabama fans, I want to let y'all know something sincerely from the bottom of my heart. I don't like y'all. I can't stand y'all. I hate the fact that y'all very good again. And we may not be as good again. I can't stand that. But looking forward to this. First off, what Stark said, he's actually telling the truth. In all essence, if Alabama wants to win a SEC championship, a loss to Texas will not affect that. If Texas wants to win a Big 12 championship, a loss to Alabama doesn't affect that. What it does affect is both teams' ability to potentially win a national championship if they lose this game, and enhances it if they win it. You know, but for him, man, it's a good opportunity for Texas. It's going to be a good atmosphere. I hate that it's such an early game. I wish it would have been more of a prime time game, but they got it at 11 a.m. Central. I guess they're trying to catch Alabama napping or something like that. But Texas had a good performance last week. Quinn Ewers played well. Bijan Robinson, who is the best, to me, he's the best back in the country, if you ask me. I didn't really see their statistics. I seen the final score. I didn't really look at their statistics like that. But I know these are two players that's expected to do big things Saturday if Texas is going to pull off the complete shock and upset. Sark is a very good offensive minded coach. Now, head coach wise is yet to be determined. He had a terrible first year in Texas last year, including a loss to Kansas. But they got a great quarterback now. They had quarterbacks last year that wasn't so well. They're supposed to have a great young quarterback now. Supposed to have another great one coming in next year in Arch Manning. With the Mr. All Everything running back who's expected to be a high draft pick after this season. So they got a lot going over there, man, and it's a big opportunity for them. To me, I'm not expecting them to win this game, but for them, if they could at least make it competitive and make Bama sweat a little bit in the fourth quarter, it's a good step in the right direction for them, especially with some recruits they got coming in, next season. Especially also getting ready to make that jump to the SEC in another couple of years or so. And for Alabama, man, they did their thing, beat Utah State 55-0. They got Bryce Young coming back. They got Will Anderson back. A young wide receiver core. They got the receiver Burton from Georgia, who looked like he's gonna be probably their top threat this year. A bunch of young receivers, but we all know they all 4 and 5 star players, so that doesn't really matter. And of course, they got Will Anderson on the D line, who is expected to be a very, very high draft pick in the next coming NFL draft. But it's an interesting matchup as far as just the tradition of both those programs. They haven't played since the 2009-2010 national championship game. Bama won that game, but a lot of people feel like what would have happened if Colt McCoy didn't get injured early in that matchup. But it's pretty cool. LSU went out there to Austin a couple of years ago. Unfortunately, because of COVID, we couldn't get them to come to Tiger Stadium. But Alabama's going out there, and I expect it to be Alabama to roll in this one and put up a whole bunch of points and make me upset again. you know. But it should be a good matchup, man. Sark isn't lying about how it affects them in the Big 12, especially for him saying that because Texas isn't expected to compete for no national championship or nothing this year. His biggest goal, like he said, is to be playing in Arlington on December 3rd. But for Alabama, obviously they got much bigger fish to fry. So this game is more important to them because they can't slip up and lose. I mean, they still could technically get to the playoffs, of course, if they run through everybody else. But you want to at least win every game that you could, that you get an opportunity to make things a lot easier, on the selection Sunday crew or whatever. But I'm looking forward to seeing the matchup, though I expect Bama to win this game pretty comfortably. With that being said, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe. I have LSU, NCAA, and content of my other teams throughout the year. Y'all have a blessed one. Go Tigers.